see it because I know some of you like it. So this was, yes, in the Asian range, but it's right at the end of the Asian session. So naturally, it's going to still be in the Asian range. The market sentiment line is bullish here. EMAs are coming into an uptrend, and we're using the 800 EMA as support. That's where the Asia low is. You see these pins, they're right at the 800 EMA. So here what we're doing is using 1 minute divergence off the 800 EMA into this upshift, and we're trading after the 15 minute crosses the 8 over the 21 EMA, giving us that upshift. That's what we're looking for. Then we're using the 1 minute for the precise entry. So again, if I put the 15 minute on the right side and the 1 minute here on the left side, we'll go back on the 1 minute. You'll see the divergence here. See how the RSI is rising, but price action is falling. This is overnight, right before midnight. Didn't I say right here on the 15 minute, right? Then at that moment, you don't want to just buy it because there's divergence. You need to see structure. The divergence means change. So as this has been chopping sideways all night, this divergence tells us that we might have a bottom and it's ready to change. So now you would use this divergence low as your maximum stop loss. And what you would be looking for is market sentiment on the 1 minute to get up into the buy zone, as it does. And more importantly, you're waiting for the 15 minute to cross the 8 EMA over the 21 EMA. Now, where I have the entry marked is after the 8 crosses over the 21, you're taking the 50 EMA retests in here with the L50 in the buy zone, because that's what the D1 entry tells us to do through our back testing. And if you don't know what the D1 entry is, and you don't know how to spot entries like this, if you're not really following me 100%, just go to the link in the description, consider taking the courses and joining the team. That's really where you're going to get the information that you need. From the people who are here who have traded ASFX for a while, I assume you guys are following me here. So with this 50 EMA retest, we know that the stop doesn't need to go at the divergence bottom now. Why? Because we have a higher low set in right here. So that would be where the stop loss goes. You're looking at like a 20 pip, 19 pip stop loss. And see how this kind of chops for like the first 3 hours, but it's all kind of in profit? Look at how it holds the 8 EMA. So candle by candle, this says stay in the trade, stay in the trade, stay in the trade. It doesn't give you an exit. Even here, as it pulls back at 8 o'clock this morning, it still doesn't break the 21 EMA. Market sentiment is rising on the 15 minute. Everything here is saying it's still bullish. So you really have to be patient with these trades. Trust the EMAs. Now it's up almost 4R. And if you look from the point of the entry where I have it marked, because I look at it left to right, and this is where the entry would be, you take a little bit of drawdown here, a little bit of drawdown after the initial entry, but look at how long the L50 holds the buy zone, all the way up to here. When you're way in profit and this doji starts presenting that might signal a slowdown, you're way in profit on this trade. So your stop loss is locked, and then you don't need to worry about the 1 minute L50 as much. You can just worry about the 15 minute EMAs. And that's the way that I trade. That's like the trend that I like to follow, and that's the time frame that I think works really well for this. GJ, still holding the 8 EMA. If I was in this trade, I would still be in this trade. I would not have bailed on it yet. Let's take a look over at Bitcoin because it's picking up some steam here. We're almost at 2R. Look at the L50. Remember I said on the 1 minute, holding the sell zone here. That's what's going to tell us that this has got more space to move to the downside. My take profit is in right now at 47,400. So like that's where I have it set, but I'll move that thing real quick if this starts to move fast. 47,000, what did I say, 300? 400. Right here at 80R. That's what I thought. A1 on GN this morning. Let me see, Mike. Yeah, here off